Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Just keeping the play alive. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield, and that's exactly what he did.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Jackson. They still can't get it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Tucker's kick is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard. Game there.
He was brought down by Patrick Onwuasor. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Kill. Red. Cluster. Hey.
Here's Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That 180, 380. Sustainers a lot. We take it. 154. Check nickel. Hey, Rocket. 5.
The first down throw here for Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. This is caught inside the 15. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 44 yards.
First and goal, Chargers.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a first and goal. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again. Rivers. Buying time to his left. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Jackson to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Ready, 61, 58, come on. I'm going to run you over.
Play action. It's Jackson. he's taken down. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz. They go play action with Jackson. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to lose big-time yardage here, but it may not matter because a flag is down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Being chased out left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it's caught inside the 25. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Jackson. Off the play fake. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, as time expires in the first half, as the Ravens push further out in front. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
We play to win. Let's go!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A first throw here for the backup, Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Boland, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
Just keeping the play alive. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning. And he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington. But they love the big arm of this guy. And he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And it's complete. Henry, a gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Rivers. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Single. Watch 17.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught on the right side. Williams, 16 yards, a 1st down.
Here we go.
A gain of 16 yards.
Round 80.
And the Chargers first down.
Single.
1st down, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. To throw again on second down. Rivers.
And
he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. On third down, Rivers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, 27 yards, as they are able to cut into that lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here as he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Here's Jackson. Off play action. Dancing to his left. And Owen coughed it up. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. Hey, tight. Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. We got to get the ball, D.O. Let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. They still can't get it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chargers' 21-yard line.
Check tight.